Good. This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the DAZN. An eventful way in, Ed?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, what a card, what a main event. Derek's over there.
If you can hear Where's Ben echoing in the background, it's Derek Chisora, of course.
Yeah, just can't wait. I mean, you know, one of the biggest fights of our generation, and great card, nervous, excited, can't wait.
When those two come head to head, because they have a few times, of course, do they say anything? I mean, they're men of very few words in interviews, but when they get close, is there anything said between them?
Never. Just the eyes are enough. Do you know what I mean?
Have you seen Ben?
Ben who?
Ben Shalom.
No, why?
For what he did on the stage, he put
On your promoter?
He pushed a Hall of Famer. He can't be doing that.
It's your promoter as well.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
If he had done that to you, what you would have done?
It's hard because you can't really nut him on the. I mean, can you chin him on the stage there and then?
Depends. For viewers,
If it was my dad, I would have iced him out there and then, in a bad fashion.
But it would be good for viewers. People would be tuning in.
It's
now.
all good for viewers.
Yeah, people would be tuning in to watch the fight because you guys.
People would if that happened to my dad, people now would be tuning in to the hospital report, waiting to make sure he's okay.
You know, for what Ben did, I think we should get George Warren and Ben Shalom to have a little fight, a little scrap with a little boxing charity.
I'm sure that although he disappeared, I'm sure you'll be doing a bit of
I'm going to hunt him
TV. What's it called? Delicious TV. We'll get the exclusive tomorrow.
I'm going to find him right now. I know exactly where he's boxing, everything.
Okay,
there I go.
So it began with the Chris Eubank Jr. when it looked like Chris was kind of ushering Ben in to cut Frank out. Would I be right in saying that?
I honestly have absolutely no idea. I was standing like on the other side. Listen, it's a very weird situation that normally when you're doing he wants to get the stomping ground in. Normally when you do a fight, like you're in the middle, yeah. And for every Riyadh season card, I've never if it's my fight, it's everybody's fight, it doesn't really matter. Like, you just sort of go forward. And most of the time, to be honest with you, out of respect, I'll let Frank go in the middle anyway. Even AJ Dubois, like whatever it is, it's not really, you know. Other people will have in their contracts that they must be in the middle and like really weird stuff. And I think it was just a case of everyone sort of stepped forward and Ben just shoved Frank out of the way and dived in the middle to get, you know, the picture. And I was just like, what's going on here? And then afterwards, yeah, I don't know. It's a mad old game, mate. Mad old game. Like, the egos are wild. I mean, I've got a wild ego, but I've never put in a contract. I must be in the middle. And and what is it he said the other day? All I want to do is make myself a star. This geezer is saying he's got to be in the middle and then diving over a 73-year-old man. What's happening? Diving over a 73-year-old man to be in the middle. So, listen, it's all good for the game. Everyone's talking about it. It's just wild. It's just wild, baby.
Yeah. We thought Riyadh season eliminated promoter beef, but clearly not.
It has for everybody else.
What was said between Frank and Ben? Because
I don't know.
Frank
honestly,
didn't say a lot, but we saw that there was at least 10, 15 seconds.
It wasn't 10 or 15 seconds, Oscar. Don't get carried away. But it was definitely 2, 3 or 4 seconds of, I don't know. But it was, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know.
Frank got his own back in the Fraser Clark.
Did he?
I don't know, mate.
I just, like, when you walk forward, just go like that, and then wherever you land. Listen, when you walk up, yeah, you don't even know when the fight is going to come together, so it's very difficult to like say. But contractually, obviously, if you put it in your fucking lame contracts that you've got to be in the middle, then you know it is what it is. You have to deal with that. Everyone's different, aren't they? But yeah, it'd be good because like, you know, I don't know.
You're talking about contracts. Contractually, would you have your eye on Fraser Clark?
Oh, listen, everyone, you know, people saying he's a free agent. I've no idea who's a free agent. Ben Whittaker, when it, like, ultimately, Fraser's got to fight tomorrow night. Do you know what I mean? If he doesn't win tomorrow night, his position changes. Obviously, if he does win tomorrow night, he's in an unbelievable position. But no, listen, I respect contracts. That's what I do. And if someone is under contract and I deal with that, the individual who has that contract, and they say to me, just want to put you on notice, this person is under contract, then I will not approach that fighter. If a fighter is out of contract, of course, and they have a value and it works for Matchroom and it works for DAZN, of course, we'll consider fighters like that.
Yeah. Did you make a comment to Ben about that to plant a seed in Fraser's head?
No, we were just laughing about it because he said, "Oh, Jai Opetaya's out of contract." I said, "Well, actually, we've got an extension on his deal," and he's like, "Oh," but yeah, I'm not. There was nothing. Someone said, "Oh, did you and Ben exchange words?" I was like, "No, not in the slightest." But obviously, Frank and Ben did, but it was a different kind of scenario.
I spoke to Frank Smith and he said that Ben isn't doing well in making friends in the industry. Would you agree with that?
I mean, it's up to him, isn't it? So I don't think I made friends in the industry, really. I think the way that people looked at me, everyone knew how good I was, you know, and it's just a different kind of vibe. But I think sometimes petty stuff, like the stuff, like, you know, different stuff. You guys don't really see the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. But listen, each their own, mate. Everyone's different. You know, I don't think there's a right way to be and a wrong way to be. It's up to you how you behave, and then everybody just has to adapt accordingly.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a couple of ways to go about it. You can either force your way, a bit like today, that Ben done with Frank. You can try and be everyone's best friend. If you was in Ben Shalom's shoes right now, what's your MO? How do you go about making it more of a trio? Because at the moment it is a bit 2v1. And you could say that's his own fault or whatever.
It's not. There's nothing v anyone. It's just that some
not V, but
no. But it's like some people are. You know, it's just different approaches, different people. I think. Like, it's not. What would I do differently? I don't know.
Could Ben Shalom sue you if he's not in the middle? If contractually he asks to be in the middle?
You'll have to speak to who he's contracted with, but not with me. But how do you know when you're in the middle? Like, literally, you stand. I don't know. Like, there's no middle.
You have to get someone cropping a picture and seeing the.
But the fact that that's even in a contract is the most mental thing I've ever heard. So, again, I don't know, but yeah, listen. As long as people are talking, it's all good, and people are talking. So, you know, the test of time will come over time. You know, so it ain't an easy game.
As long as people are talking, it's all good. People are talking about Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. If Ben Shalom is in Chris Eubank Jr.'s corner, is that fight more difficult to make?
If who?
Ben Shalom is still in Chris Eubank Jr.'s corner. Is that fight more difficult to make?
I mean, if he was with Frank Warren, it would get made tonight at the hotel. So, yeah, I guess the answer is yes. But it doesn't mean we can't make the fight. But I think we would probably... I don't know. I mean, all the conversations I've had with Eubank's team regarding that fight recently have been direct with Eubank's team. So I don't know that contractual position. Does the deal have to go through Ben Shalom? If it does, then that's contractually what will happen. Does that fight... Does it make it less likely? Maybe. Can we still make it? Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I don't know. Like, look, when we had Dalton Smith against Adam Azim, we had a great chance to make a brilliant fight there. You know, Caroline Dubois had the chance to fight for the world title against Beatrice Ferreira. Richard Riakporhe had a shot at Jai Opetaia. You know, there's many, many more that have been ordered that they just didn't want to do. So when they want to step up and make big fights, we're ready. It's not, you know, I'm not working with Ben Shalom. I couldn't give a fuck. You know, honestly. But that's a fight where obviously that fight can get made. But I don't know who we have to make it with, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Yeah. And then I'll chat to Eubank's team, and then if Ben's involved, no problem at all.
Yeah, obviously Conor's in Riyadh, so perhaps a little thing through the grapevine that we might get a fight announcement providing Chris Eubank is successful.
Oh no, definitely not.
Conor's on co-coms though, which could be quite fun.
100% you're not getting an announcement tomorrow night. 100%. But you're going to get drama. And you're going to get beef.
That's what we like. Final prediction for main event tomorrow night?
In a thriller.
Ed, pleasure.